do you want to get into some of the other submissions?
Yeah, let's see it.
All right, let's do it. So, hey, this guy's also called Matt. What the hell?
Okay, the
Oh,
Dark Link.
he's given us the Dark Link. It's got no picture, but I mean, it's dark, so it's okay. DM best deck, though. You love to see it.
Nice, nice.
This card is Link summoned using a Dark Magician or Dark Magician girl you control as material. Its name becomes the same as that card used for its Link summon. Okay, so this just becomes DMDMG. When this card is special summon, add one Eye of Timaeus or Dark Renewal, bro, from deck to hand. During the end phase, if this card's engraved, return it to the extra deck. Okay.
Yeah, I always cringe whenever I see cards trying to support bad cards. Like, why can't we support the good cards of our deck, right? It's like,
Yeah.
cards that maybe get out Soul Servant or like get out the cards that are actually do stuff. It's like that one card from your other videos, like, oh, search Piercing the Darkness. Like, why?
That shit's actually funny. This card sucks. I hate this card.
It's so lame. Like,
It's just like when your opponent normals or specials target one and a spellcaster you control, send both and then some. Like, this loses to so many things and it's just dumb.
yeah, like, remember the whole Eternal Soul versus True Light, right? Blue Eyes got the True Light, which
Yeah.
is their Eternal Soul. They got it after Dark Magician got Eternal Soul. So Dark Magician Eternal Soul says search 1,000 knives, right? And,
Yeah.
which is so fucking cringe. And then like the True Light is like,
Isn't
search
it
any
anything?
Blue Eye spell trap.
Yeah.
Yeah, any Blue Eye spell trap. Like, that's great. See, that's what we want. We don't want cards that specifically refer to bad cards, right?
Yes, correct. I don't mind this adding Eye of Timaeus because that's funny. But Dark Renewal, like, it's a good
That's so
meme.
random. It's so random.
Yeah.
Dark Renewal.
It is very random. It's the Dark Link, I guess, so it goes for Dark Renewal, baby.
During the end phase of this card's engraver, return to the extra deck.
Yeah, I don't really care for that part. It's like,
That's
sure.
silly.
I don't really think that it
Okay.
needs to, but okay. Like, I'd probably just play 3 of this if it was real, right? So I don't really need
Yeah.
the return to extra deck. But hey, Pot of Extrav build, Copium. I don't
But
know.
also, I feel like this card doesn't solve the main issue with like, so with this card you still need Rod and Souls to make Dragoon, right?
No, you could you just add Eye of Timaeus and then you've got Dragoon. This is a one
well, you
card
make
Dragoon.
this off Rod, right? So you normal Rod this,
Yeah.
you link in the Rod, but then how does Timaeus and this card give you Dragoon? You need a Dark Magician like monster on the field.
Because this
right?
identifies as whatever you. Oh, you have
we're
to.
using Rod,
Shit.
right?
Yeah. You're right. Shit. I just realized you need to link it with what you want it to be called. Yeah, you're right. You're right. So it is still
yeah.
just Rod and Souls.
Well, yeah. So basically, this like you might as well just make searchable Eye of Timaeus, right?
Yes.
Like yeah. So this card could just be called. It could just be a spell card called Searchable Eye of Timaeus that can be searched off Rod, and then because you still need souls to use Timaeus to make Dragoon.
Yeah, what's
right?
weird about this is like we've made it clear that linking Rod is the play because you want it engraved, but this wants you to Magician Souls out your DM and then link it for this. Then it's a
really
one
bizarre.
card Dragoon or one
Yeah.
card any fusion. Which I
Right.
guess is okay, but I don't know. I've just made it clear like the link needs to be used with Rod more or less. Like
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
because Rod is the boy who wants to be in the grave.
yeah, exactly. So
But anyway.
yeah, I mean, yeah, this just seems like a searchable Eye of Timaeus with extra steps.
Yeah, very that. All right.
Damn, you got so many submissions.
We've got a couple. Oh god, we got 3 here? Yeah. Okay.
But that card on the left was made with an AI art generator because when I was trying to get art for my cards,
Yeah.
I used an AI art generator, and I swear I saw this little girl.
Yo, I'm
generate
going to make a
AI.
video with the AI generator. That'd be so cool. I'd be down for that.
Yeah.
And this is like poly with circles. I kind of dig it. All right. We'll look at the link one first. It's level 4 or lower spellcaster. You can link it by sending a Palladium monster, Dark Magician, or DM girl from hand to the grave. So great, kind of what we talked about earlier.
Yep.
If this card's linked someone, place Eternal Soul face up in the spell trap zone. Nice. Then you can activate Circle from hand or deck. Okay, that's pretty busted. That's very busted. Place Eternal
Yeah.
Soul, then you can activate Circle from hand deck. That's a lot of value. Like, obviously we need it, but yeah, I doubt we'll get something that good. Um,
Yeah.
if a Dark Magician or Mostener that lists Dark Magician as material would be destroyed by battle, a card effect banish this instead. Okay, so nice. Like the protection. Oh no, it
Yeah,
only protects monsters. Oh, but you can protect your board from dying to Eternal Soul, right? Yeah.
yeah, but like, I want to protect back row. I don't care about front. Like front row can already be protected with Eternal Soul
Yeah, I
theoretically, but
agree. I agree. It
so
should
yeah,
just
I want
protect
cards
the
that protect back
Eternal.
row.
Yeah, I agree.
Also, this card is like way more busted than my Link one because not only is it obviously put circle like it searches 2 cards out right instead of one, but also this card is a Palladium card, which means it adds draws to your Soul Servant.
Oh, it
right?
does too. The arrow is useless, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah, well, yeah, arrows, whatever. But like, yeah, that's I don't know. That's a little too strong.
I agree.
Uh,
It's very
but
strong.
also, it literally just like invalidates Magician's Salvation. Like, why would you ever play Magician's Salvation if this card exists?
Well, Konami kind of did that already, but yes, it's at least a solid one of for now.
Yeah, a little too busted, but okay, yeah. I mean, it's good. Yeah.
Very cracked. Let's see this fusion spell. Magician Fusion. Fusion summon one fusion monster that mentions Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl as material from extra deck, using monsters from hand, deck, or field as fusion material. You cannot special this turn except Dark Magician, not Magician, Dark Magician monsters, or Dark Magician Girl. Wait, oh, okay, just only monsters that list Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl. Alright, cool. So yeah, basically Rev, but you can still do all the DM monsters. Yep, very cool.
Yeah,
I like the art. It's cool.
This card's weaker than my fusion card, but basically,
Hmm.
so quick note about the English. So this says, I mean, I'll ignore the typos, but
The
you
typos
cannot
are the
special-
best part.
So the turn that you activate this card. So basically, this is the card doesn't have to resolve for that restriction to kick in, right?
Yep.
Whereas in my fusion spell, I said special summon a thing, comma, also, comma, you're locked out into. So basically, that means that if you get ashed by this card, the lock goes in. Like if this card gets ashed, you're locked out. If my card
Right.
gets ashed, you do not get locked.
You
out.
don't get
You're
locked.
because it doesn't resolve. Right.
I like that. I like it. That's how it should be, right? You shouldn't get locked if you get ashed.
I feel like if your card effect gets negated, I feel like it should also negate like not apply the restriction because
Yeah.
it's like, well, I didn't resolve it, so yeah, I feel like that's like an artifact of like old Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't think they design cards like that do that anymore.
Yeah, I agree. It's very weird, but yeah, the restriction shouldn't follow if the card got negated. Soul Resurrection here, a new spell. We've got Soul Servant on like a cliff, and DMG
Just gonna
about to
recycle
pick
a
it up.
banished Soul Servant.
Maybe
See.
send one
Yeah, it is.
DMG or
I just,
Palladium from deck to grave, and then Seshal summon a level 7 or higher dragon monster from hand. What the fuck? Summon Timaeus moment. So you send one of the bricks, special a level 7 dragon or higher from hand or deck. Also, once you fusion summon, you can also shuffle monsters from your grave into the deck as material. You can ban what? Okay, so
so basically it's a lingering effect that says if you fuse this turn, you get to shuffle materials.
shuffle from grave as well. Okay, cool.
Yeah, which I guess. Yeah, so I thought about doing shuffling materials, but DM doesn't want to shuffle materials. We want all our shit in the graveyard. So that's
exactly.
the main, yeah, that's the reason I stayed away from it. But look at the last effect of this card, which is hilarious.
Banish this card from grave. Add one banished card that mentions Dark Magician. Okay, that's good.
That's literally like put Soul Servant back.
Yep. Turbo.
Also says add. It doesn't say add to where. The implication is hand. But yeah, so this is like,
Yep.
oh, Soul Servant come back to hand. I can immediately use it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah, so it has like some banish recursion effect. I just feel like it's too on the nose. Like,
Yeah, I feel like this is the most realistic card so far. Though, like it's the most tamest card. These two are like very. Well, I mean, this isn't as busted as your fusion spell, but I still think it's very
the Link
good.
one, the Link one is very busted. This Soul Resurrection card just feels like janky.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It's a bit confusing, but I guess that's just the wording.
Because it's like, wait, it summons a dragon and it recycles a banished card. Like,
Yeah.
I mentioned, it just seems like the two effects have nothing to do with each other. Is what it feels like.
Yeah, it is a bit jank. And then the artwork's like MS Paint.
Also,
Cliff.
I'm like, Yeah, I'm low key like against giving too much Tamias related support.
Me too.
Um, yeah, I feel like okay,
He
we already
should be
have
a
that.
link or something, if anything. And even then, it's a
Yeah,
bit
like
wild.
yeah. So I try to stay away in my cards like from anything referencing Tamias or dragons,
That's
just because
fair.
I'm just like I kind of want to be a little bit more of a pure. Like you can still obviously use Tamias because it can help you. You know, it'll be fusion material to go to Dragoon or like the Dragonite. But I don't want it to be named or listed like explicitly, right? I want it to be like, oh, it's implicitly there. So if in the
Yeah.
future we ever want to get rid of it and swap it out with a better dragon, then we can.
That's true. It does just say summon dragon, so.
Like let's say you make a Buster Blade or Dark Magician deck, right? Like Buster Blader deck has the
Oh,
Buster Whelp, right?
yeah.
Those are dragons that you can use to fuse with into Dragoon. Like
This has to be 7 or higher, but yes.
yeah, well I'm saying from my cards. From this card, it
Yeah, yeah.
explicitly says 7 or higher, which means you have to use Tamias. But like
Right, right.
I feel like Dark Magician shouldn't be limited to that one dragon Tamias. I feel like
Mm.
the card should be more generic for dragons. Like
Hey, this could also
uh
summon a blue eyes, and then you could fuse, or it could summon red eyes, and then you could fuse.
yeah, which yeah I don't know. Yeah, I would say like the best of these three cards is the fusion one.
Yeah, for
Uh,
sure. Hey, Soul Resurrection, you can send DM to grave, right? And then you can special red eyes. Oh
this
wait,
card
this
is
doesn't
way
fuse. I keep thinking this card fuses, but it doesn't. It's just like
yeah,
if you
that's the thing.
would.
It has a clause about fusing. That's the thing. Like all the effects of this card like are so random. Like
This summons from hand deck. Like yeah, this fuses from hand deck fields. It's like why do I need grave as well? Like I don't
yeah,
know.
like we don't want to shuffle cards back
No
to
thanks.
deck.
Yeah,
By
no,
the way,
we're
we
good.
already have a card that puts cards from the graveyard back to the deck. It's called Soul Servant.
Yes,
So
exactly.
yeah,
It already does
we don't
that.
yeah we don't need more cards to do that.
I guess that
So
card was about getting Soul 7. There's a lot of cards here.
5 cards is a lot of cards. Also, that's AI. The second card is made on Mid Journey by Mid
This
Journey
one?
Bot, the AI art. Yep.
Okay, cool.
Uh,
Let's look at Dark Alternate Magician. So cannot be normal
this one's
set.
this
This
one's
is
from Google.
yeah, this is a pretty popular theme I see going on. Just like the bricks remade, which I don't think they'll do because they really just want us to play vanillas and shit.
You know the hilarious part about these alternative Dark Magician is like, so Blue Eyes and Red Eyes both have alternative versions of the card.
Yeah.
Look where they are now. Like, Blue Eyes decks run one alternative dragon.
Yep, and Red Eyes don't play theirs as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, because like they're just so bad. It's like
Yep.
because like it's a brick unless you have the vanilla, right?
Mhm.
So it's like you're adding more bricks in your hand. That's what you're doing with this. So
Pretty much.
all right, so let's read this.
So same conditions as the alternatives. Reveal DM, summon this. This card's name becomes DM while on the field or grave. That's pretty good. Once per turn, quick effect. When your opponent activates spell trap, send this to grave and negate it and destroy it. During end phase of DMs in the grave, you can summon this card. So pretty good. Pretty good. Better than the other alternatives.
I think I'm personally not a fan of non-boss monsters that have negates.
Yeah.
Like one of the reasons I despise the Sprite archetype is because all their little monsters have negates. It's like it's not even your fucking boss monster. Like you can summon it free and it has a negate. Like negate should be on like your best boss monster. I don't think it should be on random. You know.
Or
Like,
if they are negates, they need to be like really simple, like stupid things. I don't know.
yeah, because
I
this is
can't
negate
think
and
of an
destroy,
example.
right?
Yeah, negate and destroy is big.
Also, another English fail here. So the card should say negate the activation or negate the effect.
Right, it just says negate.
Negate and destroy that card. Like negate what? What do we negate? You can't negate a card. You can only negate an
MST.
activation or effect. Yeah.
MST, baby. Negate and
The end
destroy.
At the end phase, the Dark Magician's Graveyard special. Wow, that's
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on in this card that don't have to, but that's alright. That's the nature of custom cards. They're all broken. Alright, let's look at Palladium's Promise, a continuous spell. If a light or dark 6 or higher spellcaster is banished, you can target one banished card, place that card at the bottom of the deck, and if you do, draw one. You can only use this effect once per turn.
banish recursion, which I'm okay with because, like, again, this is a counter for Bestials, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Trying to think how you'd banish it otherwise. I guess Allure of Darkness to banish DM,
Yeah.
I guess.
You can target.
What else do we do that would banish like for ourselves? I guess I'll read the rest of the card.
Magicalized Fusion.
Oh yeah, oh
Magicalized
yeah.
Fusion is technically not a DM card, but yeah.
No, yeah, I support that still.
Yeah.
Once per turn, if your opponent normal or special is a monster, target a Palladium DM or DMG in your grave, summon it. That's pretty good. This doesn't seem busted either. Like the first card seemed a bit busted. This seems like pretty balanced.
Seems like an alternative to Eternal Soul. It's
Yes.
A way to revive your DM, and then you can trigger Circle to banish something.
And this, like, yeah, works with weird jank banish shit, which maybe the rest of the cards will show that as well. Maybe the fusion spell of this deck
Yeah,
like banishes.
I like the banish recursion. I'm not that fan of like, yet another version of Eternal Soul that is not a trap card. Like it requires your opponent to do something.
Yeah, it's always a worry when your opponent has to do something, but
yeah, especially
happens.
when it's like a continuous spell. It's like, oh, they know it's gonna trigger your thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus,
True.
I feel like we have so many like continuous spells and traps in DM. I think we need fewer of them. We don't need more of them.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Let's look at this field spell that's hopefully better salvation. Well, it already is, because it adds a continuous spell that mentions DM when you activate it, so that's going to add
I wish
circle.
it said continuous spell / trap.
I
that
agree.
Way if you have one, you could get the other. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be nice if it was a bit generic there. Now, the activation of your cards or effects that include fusion summons or fusion monsters cannot be negated.
So Magical Meltdown.
Yep, that's not bad.
I'm just gonna say I really despise cards that say things like, "Oh, your opponent can't respond."
But they can still ash, which is the biggest bullshit.
Yeah, that's true.
You
But,
can ash under Meltdown. If this is worded the same as Meltdown, you can ash under Meltdown, which is.
That's true. Yep.
I still don't agree with that, but you know, it's.
Wait, if a Dark Magician leaves the field, banish this card and draw, what?
That's random.
That's that's so weird. Like what?
If I guess it's like Eternal Soul pops your field,
that's
and then you
mandatory.
just draw.
That's mandatory, right? Like that's not an optional effect. And you want your DM to leave the field because that DM leaving the field synergizes with all the rest of your cards, right?
Yeah, I guess this is good. It's just weird. Like, what?
Yeah,
Banish
so
this
like,
card, draw.
Why even have that effect? That seems weird. I'm not a fan of the meltdown effect just because I think that clause of, oh, you can't respond is just, except with like Ash, is like stupid. It's just bad card design. I think it's like lazy.
It's very good when like they judgment your fusion summon and you're like, lol, meltdown. And there's no better feeling, but
yeah, I guess. But
yeah, but then Ash also exists, which will just fuck it anyway. But yeah, it's all right. Let's look at Blue Mahad.
Yeah.
Dark Pharaonic. Is that how you say that? Pharaonic?
Yeah, it doesn't even say what his fusion materials are.
Yeah. I'm
what
gonna.
The fuck are the...
I don't know.
A fusion monster that can't be summoned because there are no fusion materials on it.
Level 8 Dark Spellcaster. It starts with unaffected by card effects. That's the material. Just look up the Yugioh card, unaffected by card effects.
This card is fusion summon one fusion monster in your extra deck.
So this also fuses by banishing.
So this is like Albion.
Yeah. Well, but we don't know how to get into it. While this card's face up, neither player can use DM or extra deck monster that lists DM as material for tribute summon or special summon except for fusion summoning. So it's like an anti-super poly. Wait, no, you can still get super poly.
Yeah, you can't kaiju, get kaiju.
You just can't get kaiju. Okay.
This is so random.
This card leaves the field special, Palladium, Dark Magician, or monster that mentions it from deck, grave, or banished. Okay.
This card is so weird. Not only is it impossible to summon because there's no fusion materials, but also that clause you can't use, like, you can't tribute. No one can tribute Dark Magicians, but you can. I don't know.
You can use it to fuse. Yeah, it's pretty strange.
Also, this also locks you out of ritual summoning because ritual summoning tributes.
It does tribute, yeah.
Yeah, so which means you can't even ritual summon dark so this is anti-ritual DM support, which is so weird.
Well, yeah, I mean the field spell gave me that vibe too when it only protected fusions. But hey, some people it's blue though. It's blue. Blue is ritual.
This is my least favorite card so far, just because of how how it's impossible to summon.
How can you hate Avatar Mahad? All right, he just saw the new movie. Come on, man.
Yeah, it's a cool art, but it's just like it's literally impossible to summon.
Yo, what the fuck is this dude? Dark Warlock Magician. He is a
Okay.
0/0 spellcaster dark level 3. Cannot be normal summon. Well, that's a great start. Reveal this card. You can target a spell trap in either grave, banish it. If you do, summon this card from hand. If DM or DMG is in either player's graveyard, you can banish that targeted card face down instead.
Okay. Oh, this
Okay.
is a fucking bestial.
Oh, it
Oh, this
is.
is a bestial.
It is. You're right.
Hey, hey, bestial's called. They want their support back. What?
Wait, I'm
Yeah,
trying to I'm trying to wrap my
bestials
head
are
around the
spawns and
next.
traps.
It's like if DM or DMG is in either player's grave, you can banish the targeted card face down instead. Oh, okay, so
Yeah, so
it banishes
bestials
it or
banish
banishes
face
face
up,
down.
but this is like, oh, if you have a DM, you can banish face down, which is like,
Yeah,
okay, cool.
better.
Like,
Questionably better.
yeah, it's just like a random effect, but
Yeah, okay. This effect
inaccurate.
becomes quick. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, it becomes quick when you have a spellcaster. Just any spellcaster. Well, that's broken.
If a dark spellcaster, so it could be your opponents.
Oh, shit, you're right. It could, yeah, if you verse like Pen
Yeah.
Magician too, they can just play this. Or, yeah, whatever. Okay. You can only
Also,
use this once per turn.
its next effect is literally a bestial. Read the next effect.
Oh god, if you special this, you can activate this during the end phase, add a spell trap. Yep. From wait, just
Yeah, that's
a spell
this is
trap.
this is bestial
Oh,
magnitude.
okay, that mentions DM or DMG. Okay. But yeah,
Yeah,
you're
this
right,
is
it
bestial
is.
magnitude. Yeah, bestial magnitude banishes a monster summon itself, and then on the end phase it searches a dragon.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is just bestial magnitude.
Pretty much that with extra steps and no stats. But yes. Very
Yeah,
much that.
I would not play this card.
You wouldn't?
Well, I mean, look what it says. It searches you a spell trap on the end phase.
That's broken. Search Dells and Knives.
Yeah, it's like
Correct.
I wanted my main phase, motherfucker. I don't want it on the end phase. What?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
Um
like if this card was real, I would not play it because
well with Rod in this, you can now successfully go into Dante Mill 3.
yeah, right. Like, what's the point of that?
I don't know. Is
Also,
it?
if you're going first, your opponent doesn't have spells in their graveyard, so you have to banish your own spells.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. And the
This
only
sounds like a
spell
huge drawback,
the
right?
only spell that we have that goes to the grave turn one that I can think of is Soul Servant.
Yeah, and like, you don't want to banish Soul Servant to summon this card. Fuck that.
No, I don't think you do. I'm just gonna quickly look at level 3 XEs. We got Acid Golem. Yo, that's your best one. Make a 3k, 3k. There's
Dude,
no real
that's
good rank 3s, is there? You can
Totem
make
Bird is
oh,
solid.
it's 3
You can make
wins,
his
2
display, I
level
think.
3 wins. God damn. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I can hear myself in your mic now.
Oh yeah, sorry, my cable was messed up. Yeah, so
That's alright.
yeah, I would not play that card. Like I don't know, it just seems really bad.
No, make Gossiping Shadow, bro. Cracked. Actually, each player draws a card. Yo, busted. Chain Soul Servant. Crazy. Crazy. I don't know. These cards were cool. They were cool. Broken like
Yeah,
most.
the art's cool, but I would not play any of them. Like, well, I guess alternative Dark Magician because it has a negate. Like it's pretty busted.
Yeah, that's true. Alternative seemed pretty busted. Yo, we got was Mahad in the freaking Nile chilling.
Alternative Palladium Oracle Mahad.
Okay. Palladium's duo. Okay, it's young Mahada Mana. It's a tuner as well, level
Dude,
1.
this is so broken.
Send 2 DM related spell traps from deck to grave and draw that many. Oh, it's like Magician Souls. If this card is in your hand, then you can send a Palladium monster or its dark counterparts from deck to grave to activate one of these effects. Summon this from hand.
What the fuck are its dark counterparts? That's not a Yu-Gi-Oh term.
We know what it means, but yeah, you can't say that on a card.
Dude, this literally looks like Julifer designed this dude.
Oh god, I hope Julfa submits a card. That would be amazing.
What if this is him? Like, hold on, what's the name? What's it? Dude's
Yeah, wait,
name?
let's
Go do
check
this.
what the name is.
Is it?
Roy Strom. That sounds like a Julfa alt account.
Yeah, and yeah, their dark counterparts. That's like anime villain shit. That's what Julifer would say, right?
Well, I guess so, but he didn't mention in here that he's the best, so I guess it can't be him.
Special and then activate one of these. So you get to mill like 5 cards, and then you also get to special summon this as
Yeah.
a body. Level 1 tuner. And
We could do
forces-
some shit with this. This could do some crazy shit.
Oh, this is. Oh, wait. This is This is Magician Souls for Palladium monsters.
Yeah, that's
what
right.
this is. But Magician Souls can already mill you the palladium card, so this is slightly redundant.
But I guess if we want to make sync plays, like this plus Rod makes Herald, that's cool.
Yeah, I guess.
You can just
Okay.
send a bunch of cards. I might throw up soon. I'm not
Also,
gonna
then
lie.
activate one of these effects. Like, if you don't act. Okay, that's the wrong English. The English on this card is like so busted, but whatever.
Yeah, that happens. That happens. All right, let's look at one more because I may or may not throw up. I'm not gonna look at that one because there's a lot. Let's just look at this one. Wait, Randall, he's already submitted stuff.
Oh,
Get
this
out
one
of here,
has.
Randall.
Wait, that one has tits. Go back.
All right,
That one has.
we'll look at Booba then. It do have Booba. Red Eyes Dragon Girl. Two Dark Spellcasters. During
This
May.
is female dragoon. This is like fucking a hentai dragoon.
Yeah, it actually is. If you control this, you can fusion summon from extract using monsters you control, including exactly this card and a monster whose name specifically lists on a fusion monster. What's
It doesn't say,
what?
also, it doesn't say where the materials come from, that that means like that means it can only be
Epic.
field.
Yep,
Like if it doesn't explicitly say hand field or deck, you have to assume it's just field. I think
that's what I'm assuming.
is the ruling on the Yu-Gi-Oh ruling there, but
I would
so
have
this
to
is
agree.
yeah. So this is like a shittier anaconda. Cool.
It's like an anaconda that doesn't do anything, but hey,
Yeah.
it's got Booba, so people would
Yeah,
buy
it's
it. Like
got- it's
people
got
would
Booba.
buy it.
It's got the booba. Yes.
All right. Well, I'll have to leave it there because I am not well. But thank you for joining me on. I think this is part 4 of the custom submissions.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna edit and post this video too on my channel. But yeah.
Hell yeah, do it. It was good to chat with
But
you
yeah.
again too. It's been ages.
Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff. Yeah. 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 My put up. Make sure my I don't know that you're gonna do a voting thing, but make sure you rig the contest so my cards win.
Okay. Oh yeah, I'll make sure Matt's cards win. Easy clap.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, sweet as. I'll
All right,
catch
I
you,
hope
man.
you feel better.
Thank
All right,
you.
later. Peace.
See ya.